Okay, it just turned 7 o'clock, so I'd like to welcome everyone to the July 22nd Wright Township Board of Supervisor meeting. Please rise the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, if you could join us in a moment of silence, please. Okay, first, before we get started, I did want to mention that we did have an executive session just before this meeting with Bruce here, solicitor, and it was to discuss ongoing legal matters regarding the township and Wright Township Community Association. So then that takes us to citizen participation. This is for items that are on the agenda. Do we have anyone? Okay. John Bingaman is here. I understand he's going to talk with us about some opportunities for what to do about the brush problem that we've been discussing. And if everybody's okay with it, I'd like to let John go first, because being with the fire department, you never know when he may get called. So I'd hate to put you to the end and miss. So John, if you would please, if you could stand and just tell folks who you are.
So I'm John Bingaman, live at 130 Lambsgap Road. Just purchased a property in Penn Township, and I have a very flat 18 acres that is completely wide open, that I think maybe we can come to an agreement with, to be able to take some of the debris, whether it's stumps or logs, whatever the case may be, up there to dump, and I can either set it to the side and let it rot, or I can grind it up and use it for pasture field, whatever, in the future. So I have not spoken to Penn Township about this yet, but if you guys are willing to maybe think about this idea, I'd have to have a letter, and I will go to their next meeting and see if I can do that. So the property is zoned for agricultural and residential. So at that point I can, because I'll use it for agriculture, because I'm gonna put beef cattle in that spot. So, and I'll use it for bedding or whatever I have to use it for.
So where would we be hauling it to then?
Buddy Boy Winery, essentially.
Okay.
So right below Buddy Boy, Fernley Frisch had 18 acres down below there. Mark Frisch had all this construction equipment.
Okay.
Right back in there.
Okay.
So we currently have it locked. If any of you guys want to see it, I know Commissioner Sabo has my phone number, so I can take you guys up, show you the property, stuff like that. So I own it with my father-in-law and my wife. And we sat and talked, and we're like, well, listen, we read it in the newsletter, and we're like, hey, maybe we can help with this. And then we can go to the other municipalities too, just to make it fair. Marysville Borough, Penn Township, whatever. So if they don't have a place to go as well. So we'll just grind it up and use it for bedding or whatever we have to use it for. I'll let it rot and turn into mushroom soil and spread it on the field.
Okay.
So.
So my understanding, just to be clear, so the township would pay you a fee to accept this, and then
Maybe.
you turn it, so.
As long as it's covering my operating costs, just to pretty much process it,
Mhm.
I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. So, I mean, every load that you take up, there might not be a fee. It might just be, hey, we're going to we brought up X amount of loads this month or this quarter. All right, hey, how about, whatever, we'll sit down and we can come to an agreement. I'm not looking to be rich on this. So.
Oh, and we're not looking for you to do it for
Right,
free
for
either.
free.
I mean, it's just,
Right.
we want to make sure that we understand if there are
Yeah,
costs
just a
going to be
small-
incurred, that we understand and everybody knows.
Yep, just a small little price, but the way I'm looking at it, you're paying employees here to chip it. It's 3 times the amount of an employee to hire the employee and cover them on insurance and taxes and all that stuff. So if it's just one guy, we'll use Brad for example, hauling it up there and dumping it and taking 25 minutes out of his day to do so, it's gonna be cheaper in the long run no matter what. So I feel like the township's gonna end up saving money on this than it would be to have two guys out here running a chipper and having to deal with all the chippings then, where it can all stay in one spot. I'll let the pile grow, I'll push it up, and then do with whatever Ben or my wife tells me what I'm doing with it. So,
Okay, comments, questions?
No, I just,
I think it's a great idea.
yeah, and like I said, if you guys wanna see it, I mean, a couple of you guys probably have, but if you guys wanna go see the property, you know, we can go back, and if Penn Township's gonna make me put in silt sock or whatever, I'm fine with that. You know, water runoff, there's a bunch of concrete stand up there, so eventually I'll put a concrete pad, we can dump it on there, but, so we'll see what they wanna do, or how they're gonna make me do it, but I'm willing to put that forward to help pretty much every lower Perry County in this area,
Okay.
so. But, just let me know if you guys wanna see it, like I said,
Okay.
you have my number.
And I assume we could try this for, trial period, 6 months or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not
See if it
lying. I
works
don't-
out, what the costs are. Because again, we fully covered you, and we appreciate you reaching out and, coming up with this idea. 'Cause
Yeah, I'm not looking
we weren't
to
sure what to do.
have a contract where it's written that you're gonna pay me X amount of dollars a month or a quarter or a year. It's just, hey, we don't have anything to bring you for this quarter. Okay, then you don't pay. That's kind of, I'm an honest guy, I'm an honest system, like, I'm not gonna make the residents of Rye Township pay for something that they're not using. I don't feel like that's right. So, you guys bring some stuff up, okay, well, now let's look at it. How many loads was it? What was it? Cause if it's big stumps, I have to cut them in half and stuff like that, or if it's just little stuff, or even, I can take leaves up there too. So I'm probably gonna go to the Marysville Borough meeting tomorrow
good with them.
and take leaves, and the leaves I'll put in a separate pile, and I'll cover them up and let them turn into topsoil.
Right.
And then Ben can have the topsoil, so I'll just separate everything. So, yeah.
So one of the things we were gonna keep going, so this, what we stopped doing was having folks be able to bring clippings by and drop them off, and we would chip them then. But one thing we wanted to keep doing, my understanding was, if we do have a storm and there's significant blowdown,
Right, exactly.
the township would
Help them.
go around,
Right.
maybe haul the chipper behind the truck and chip it on. So I'm not sure, is that what we were talking about doing? Or-
No, we didn't do it like that, we had them bring it in here.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we had them bring it in here.
But would we,
Cause
instead
you get
of
into
bringing,
liability there.
yeah, that's all fine. Yeah, I
Property
just-
and all that.
would it be better to also haul that up to,
So
John's
I'm
place,
willing to
all
throw
that.
some money into this, and we're planning on getting an automatic gate where you guys would either have a key code to, or a, key number, or a little swipe thing. I know that's what East Penn does. So, for example, my grandfather, Ron Gates down in Enola, he paid the township so much money a year. And that gained him access to their dump site for all their debris. I'm not saying for you guys to charge all the residents of Rye Township a fee to come and dump up there, but if we wanna open it up, I'm fine with that. As long as now there would have to be a recurring thing, like and then I'll just use my father-in-law for example. Smith Services is cutting down a bunch of trees in Mechanicsburg, and he's gotta have a place to go with it because he's a member, or he lives in Rye Township. Now he has access to that. As businesses, I would charge separately.
yeah, so the township would be totally out of it in that situation, right?
Yes.
They just-
Businesses
yeah,
are charged separately. If a business wants to come
Yeah.
dump, okay, maybe
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
$20, 30, 40, 50, depends on the size of the truck. As far as, municipality wise, if someone's bringing me a garbage bag of leaves, I might not even charge them, just
Okay.
dump it.
What time frame are you looking at? Because you said you have to speak to your
Well, I'm
township.
going to go to Marysville Borough tomorrow and tell them the same thing.
Okay.
Because I don't know if they have a place to go with it. I haven't really looked at that. I didn't get this kind of idea until I seen it in the newsletter. If they're okay with it too, I'll see if they'll give me a letter. And then if I get a letter from you guys, I will go to the next Penn Township meeting, which I believe is next week. And I'll present it to them and say, look, the townships are in need of help. I have land to do this. What do you want me to do this? And then maybe a couple of us can sit down and talk and say, all right, so we don't have to have a quorum with you guys. It's one from each municipality, and we talk, we hash it out, and then we can present it to the individual boards, and maybe we can have it up and running by, I'd say, August, end of August.
Fine.
As long as Penn Township, we're on the mercy of Penn Township.
Yep.
So it's all up to them. And I'll play nice with Buddy Boy too. The grinder that we do have is very big and it's very loud. So, I'll work with Buddy Boy. They're not open certain days of the week, so and I know he's on the commission or up there.
Okay.
Maybe it's planning commission, but whatever. I'll just say, look, I'm only gonna grind on these nights, when you're not open. So,
Okay.
I respect my neighbors.
That's always good. Yeah. So your ask this evening, John, is then just a letter of interest
Yep.
from Rye Township?
A letter saying that,
Okay.
we can benefit from this, the residents can benefit from this, and, whatever else you'd like to add.
Okay.
So,
I'll make a motion that we provide that letter. Second. Is that a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye?
Yeah.
Can we get that letter?
It doesn't have to be tonight. I can swing by and grab it, or if you give it to one of these guys, they can call me, I'll swing by and grab it.
I
'Cause
think
they're-
we'll do it here, and if you just come by here at your convenience.
Okay.
wouldn't-
Yeah, I can swing by tomorrow at some point.
Need an address or anything?
It doesn't necessarily have an address.
No, but at least an address for you though, that can go on
And is
the,
there a
Oh,
they could
business
go on the
name
letter,
or would
business.
be to your attention?
What's that?
Is there a business name or to your attention?
You can put it to, I don't know if you wanna put it to Smith Services, cause that's technically who I would go through for taxes. So maybe that,
Smith Services,
BS Smith Services.
BS.
Yep.
Okay, and that would be 130 Lance?
Yep.
Okay,
That would just be for the tax purposes at this point.
sure.
So that way you guys can be completely clear. And Ben can pay the taxes on it.
Don't tell him to call me.
And then another note, I just, as a member of the fire company, I wanna thank you guys for everything that you do to help support us. We got a grant from Senator Rothman. The house next door, we finally got all of our stuff in, and he gave us a nice grant, and we are able to pay fully to get rid of that house and enlarge our parking lot a little bit, so we're not parking on the street. So any little bit of money extra helps. Yeah, so.
Well, bigger thanks to you guys and all that you do for the
Yep.
community, so very
Appreciate
much
it.
appreciated.
Yep.
And thanks for bringing this up, John.
Yeah, no problem. If you guys have any questions, I know you have my number, please share it.
Okay, will do.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, that takes us to approval of the minutes from the June 24th Board of Supervisor meeting. I did not have any comments or provisions, anything to note, anyone else?
They look good to me.
No, they look fine to me.
Okay, is that a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Minutes from the June 24th Board of Supervisor meeting approved. That takes us to zoning code enforcement report. Daisy, I'm not seeing one, we
There is
don't have
not
one
one.
yet.
There was only like 3 activities, so he's gonna combine it with next month.
Okay. That makes that easy. Sewage enforcement report, we do have one from Friedrich Siebert Associates, Penny Sizer. An invoice for $1,110. This was for small flow treatment facility inspections, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
6 of them.
6 of them.
I'll be-
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve paying the $1,110. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Brad, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That bill is approved to be paid, and that will be sitting up here if anyone wants to take a look at that. That takes us to road report, Brad.
Mowed along various roads, the township installed light bar on the old backhoe for better visibility at night. Built potholes and built up shoulders on some of the roads that needed. They took the cylinder off the boom mower, had it repaired. And they turned around the building, filled in at Pine Hill and Coal Patch. I think somebody ran off the road out there. And extended the cross pipe on Mountain Road at Phyllis Page's there, and,
Yeah, so you put some
yeah,
fill in
and
there,
then I
yeah.
had them, blacktop.
Yeah,
Guys
yeah.
did a great job.
Yeah, that looked good,
Real
yeah.
good.
Yeah, they did a good job everywhere it looks
Yeah.
like, so.
Okay, thanks, Brad.
Yep.
That takes us to rec board report. I don't see Nancy here, so are you?
I'm here for
No
Nancy.
Laura's there.
Yeah,
I'm here for Nancy.
you're here, Laura, could you give us a report for rec board, please?
Our June 14th event, we had around 55 people. That was the ice cream with strawberries up at Bethel. On the 20th, just this past Sunday, we had around 40-ish people. That was also at Bethel at the schoolhouse. And I believe you have our chili cook-off announcement in the announcements. That's coming up the 14th. And I do have sign up if anybody's interested in the chili cook-off in September. That'll be at Glendale. And then our fishing derby, which is normally in May, is now being moved to June instead of May.
For next year.
So
Okay, okay.
that's all I have.
Thank you, Laura.
That's good.
Okay, next item is the emergency management report. Jim, Kurt, anything?
Yeah, Kurt and Daisy have been working on the situation with the radio, so I'll let Kurt talk about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce it back to Daisy. Daisy and I have been working back and forth,
We did,
me providing her information so she can work with the folks
yeah.
on the application.
Many things I didn't understand, and I didn't feel too bad, because when I asked him, didn't know either, so. But we actually got it finished. The woman that we've worked with for several months, very knowledgeable. And I finally said to her, I can tell you've been here a long time. It was like 20-some years, so she knows what she's doing. But the application is in, the payment was made, and what I understand from her is it will take a little bit of time, because we were assigned a new VHF frequency, and they have to advertise that. Just in case somebody else out there they try to pick one that they think no one else has, but they still have to I don't know how they advertise it, but whatever they do, that's where it's at right now, because I haven't heard, and I'm not sure how long that takes. She really didn't specifically tell me. But if there is another one pops up and it's like, oh, somebody else already has that frequency, then we may have to pay another fee to get another, for them to go through again and get another round with that. But hopefully, they try their best not to duplicate them. But that's why they go out and double check that no one has it. So that's where we're at now, but everything is approved otherwise. So, and when that's done, I should get an email notification. They used to send you a really nice certificate. They don't do that anymore. You'll get it by way of email, and then you print it yourself, so.
Okay.
That's what the other one was too, for the low band. But, so that should be coming anytime now.
That's really what we're waiting on. It's
Yes.
just that, and then we can move forward with county
Yes,
and
and then you'll have to get with
Moyer.
Moyer.
To get the, yeah, to get
And to
everything.
get the chargers, whatever.
Yeah, we'll get the chargers, yeah.
Get those, but, so it's in process, and we are almost at home plate.
All right, well, thanks for getting us there. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
It was $210, so, at this point.
Okay. That takes us to the financial treasurer's report.
Okay, the general checking account began with a balance June 1st of $424,279.25. Receipts of $51,025.40, expenditures of $73,494.61. Interest earned of $468.50, leaving us a balance July 1st. In the general checking account of $402,278.54. There's a checking account at Penny and Bank, and only had interest activity and had a balance July 1st of $2,311.88. American Rescue Plan funds, monies, of course, we haven't paid for the tractor yet, so that's still earning us some interest. Began with a balance June first of $231,671.66. Interest earned of $676.86, leaving us a balance July first for the American Rescue Plan funds of $232,348.52. The savings account at Bank of Landsberg had only interest activity and had a balance July first of $2,531.86. Liquid Fuels checking account had a balance June first of $95.81. A transfer was made of the Liquid Fuel CD, which was the 2025 state allocation monies that was in a short-term CD. That matured and was transferred into Liquid Fuels checking, so it would be liquid when we finally get the bill for the paving that was just completed. That was $126,201.12. Interest for June was $49.17, leaving us a balance in the Liquid Fuels checking account for July first of $126,346.10. Liquid Fuel savings account had only interest activity and had a balance July first of $2,717.57. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Betsy.
You're welcome.
Resolution 25-25, transfer future guide rail CD at maturity to 9-month CD at 4.2% at Bank of
It should be
Landsberg.
penny, yeah. I was going to go with Bank of Landsberg and I put it in there and then we got a little better rate at penny, and so it's
Which
still
is
being
where-
transferred.
Yeah, which is where it
Which
is
is where
now.
it is, yeah.
So that's the resolution.
25. I think there's a song like that, isn't there?
Make a motion to approve resolution 25-25. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Sean, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 25-25 is adopted. We need to write 25 in here.
Yes, or we can do it, don't matter, you can do it, we can do it. Thank you.
Okay, that takes us to new business, and the first item is the introduction and formal appointment of Tanuya Mater here, and as the township's new secretary treasurer. I'll make the motion to appoint, we've already made the decision to hire her, but upon receipt of the bonding, I make the motion then that she takes over as secretary treasurer for the township of Rye. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
I'll second.
Sean, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for that. And then I'll just do these both at the same time. And approve change of authorized bank signers. Right now Daisy signs for everything, but as we're gonna have a new secretary treasurer, so I make the motion that we authorize the bank signing to be switched over to Tanuya, again, upon receipt of the bonding. Make that motion. Second.
I'll second.
Brad, second. All in favor?
Aye.
And I would recommend that the application for the bond be done, as soon as possible, forthwith.
Okay.
Process.
You guys, it's out of that.
Did you? Or did you get
He
it?
told me to, I got the
You
application.
got it, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I do.
And did he say that? I have no idea.
He said only a week, maybe
Okay.
10 days tops,
Okay.
depending on when you apply, might have, if you count the weekend,
Okay.
but about a week, not a
Okay.
business, a week
Okay,
business.
and they can make it the very day that Tanuya is bonded, you're no longer bond, so there's not an overlap in expense, or does it still overlap?
He's going to do it as of the beginning of the month,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's what the auditors advised us.
Okay.
To make it
It's
so
clean.
it's, so it
Okay.
is.
So it's clean.
Okay. Well, so with that said, Tanya, would you like to say anything, introduce yourself, tell the residents a little bit about yourself?
I have around 20 years of local government experience. I live in Millerstown Borough. I am a wife and a mother of 2 adult daughters. One still lives at home. I'm a grandma. I have worked I've served on Liverpool Borough Council for more than 10 years. I was their secretary treasurer for more than 8. I have worked at Duncannon Borough. I started as a part-time temporary secretary and ended up as borough manager. I was there for 7 years. And I've also worked at Tuscarora Township filling in to help out. I have a lot of local government experience, but every municipality is a little bit different. So I'm getting to know how Rye Township operates. I've known Daisy, not personally, but I've known of her and have worked with her on Cap Tax Board and other things. So that wasn't like a brand new person in my life either. So I look forward to the opportunity to serve Rye Township.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Well, that takes us then to item C, the Barlup Plan request for extension. What,
This is their 4th request. They're trying to decide what to do, and it is a large endeavor, so I'll give them that much. And they're expecting their first baby in September, so they it's where they're at in their life, you know. I think that enters in, and they're telling everybody, so I'm not telling tales out of
and Justin Barlup and Randy Barlup, is Justin?
the sign.
Okay, I thought I had, okay. Please accept this letter as a formal request for a time extension for approval of the Barlup subdivision / land development plan. Additional time is needed to revise the plan based on review comments. We are requesting a time continuance until the October 2025 Supervisor Meeting. Comments, concerns, questions? Was that what's shaking the head? Is that a motion?
Sounds good to me. I'll go.
Brad makes the
I'll
motion.
make a motion,
He's looking for the specific.
I'm looking for the date.
She never
Okay.
puts that on there,
Yeah.
but she wants to.
So the 4th Tuesday is the 28th of October.
Okay, so Brad makes the motion, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, extension is approved. Thank you, Daisy, thank you, Tanya. Part-time clerk resignation. Please be advised, this is to the Board of Supervisors, please be advised that I will be resigning as part-time office clerk, effective August 29th, 2025. Thank you, Nancy Sunday, and it is with regrets that Nancy is leaving the township. We accept her resignation. I don't know, how long has she been here, Marcia?
I'd say 15, 16 years.
15, 16?
She's done a great job.
Yeah.
And I can't say enough how much she helped me after my husband passed. Because she was going to leave January 3rd, and she called me the day after she found out Bob had passed and said, Daisy, I'm not gonna leave you alone. And I really, she's been a godsend. I can't tell you the blessing. I'm sorry, but she
No,
just
that's,
has been such a blessing to me.
you're right on.
So, I mean, I never met anybody so selfless, really.
Yeah, well, so with
Do we-
regret.
Do we need a motion? You gonna make a motion?
I think we do.
Yes.
Yep, so I'll make the motion to accept with regret Nancy Sunday's resignation from the Township of Rye, effective August 29th this year. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Brad, second, all in favor?
Aye.
It's hard to say you're in favor of something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
it is.
Yep, yeah.
Yep,
And she told me she would have stayed however long it took till we found someone.
Yeah.
And she even did say, I heard her say to Tanya, she was helping to train Tanya on some of the clerk things, because the secretary treasurer needs to know how to do everything.
Right.
And she came in to help. She is in Montana now, she's on vacation.
Oh, did she leave
Or
already?
would have been
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
But she said, hey, if you need my help even after this, let me know. So,
She's always
that's
so
just how
wonderful.
she is.
She is.
Yeah.
She's a trooper.
Okay, well, that takes us to consideration of hiring a part-time clerk. Laura Fetter has applied, and we haven't spoken, the board has not spoken about salary or anything on this position.
It's already approved,
In the budget?
as
Okay.
in the salary resolution for
Oh.
the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that's right.
What was the salary?
It's 1550, something like
I
that.
know, yeah.
It's not much.
Okay,
I didn't check that. I know it's not more than
okay,
that.
well, yeah, so I think as part of the motion, we have to put some, so I'll make the motion that we hire Laura Fetter, at $15.50, and we'll make correction if.
Verify,
if-
verify.
After
upon
probation, like
verification.
you did with Willie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you did with Willie at probation, you can change, if she's doing well, you
Yeah.
can give her a little
Okay.
boost if you like.
Okay, so I'll make that motion. Brad is gonna have to, be the one to second if he so chooses. Sean is going to abstain because
Yes, I am.
it's his,
She's my
Laura's his
sister-in-law.
sister-in-law.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Abstain?
Abstain.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you,
Thank
Laura.
you for applying, and, for those that don't know, that's Laura Fetter back there, wonderful contributor to the township, and we appreciate it. Okay, PCATO convention.
Erie County.
Association of Township Officials.
The one that's up at Newport.
The one at Newport.
Assume.
Used to be in Millerstown. Remember when we went up
Yep,
there?
yep. So we need, how many folks? This is registration for however many wanna go.
Yeah, and she's looking for that, so, I mean, I will have to do a check, then I didn't know who was going.
Refresh my, what the cost of that? It was,
It's like,
35
it's
a
not,
person.
it's 30,
thank you.
yeah. Is that right?
That's what's
No,
that.
it's 35, that's the dues. I
Oh,
think
it's
it's
on the other page.
$20. I think it's $20, and that's mainly for a very good lunch.
So
The
the
Grange,
dues,
I think, does the lunch. It's very-
That's
so
the
the
form.
dues, Daisy, that covers the township,
For the
and then
whole
the
year.
20 is the, each attendant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
of the person attending.
So even if no one attends, we have to send the dues.
Good, yeah, okay, okay.
And the tax
What is
collector
it? It is
can
a-
go,
it
the
is a
tax collector
Saturday.
could go. I realize Becky's not going, but, you know, if someone wants to go, planning commission could go. They're not voting members, but they could attend.
yeah, because there are workshops for them, usually.
Yeah.
Believe it or
so
not, yeah.
Something, something
Yeah.
would apply.
Yeah.
Has the word been passed to them?
I didn't ask,
Yeah.
no.
If we could, yeah, I'll pass that on to the other boards, you know.
Well, I
you
can
go.
get what your thoughts are here, and then, because I know she's emailed me twice. We already sent in the, names for the booklet, to update the booklet. So that had to be in by the 27th, so by
Okay.
Monday that had to be in. And then you have to send your check in, so we'll have to do one. So she needs to.
Well,
get the count.
I'll go.
You'll go.
That's,
Okay, Brad?
I would take off.
Okay, myself and, Sean,
Okay.
check with my scheduler. September 13th.
Your second.
She checked her
I see you're looking,
I'm checking now.
okay, well, go ahead.
Go on until you find out from her.
Yes, yep. Cross-committed a number of times, I better stop doing that. Yes, Sean and myself, please.
And
yes.
Tanya's, well,
And, oh, yes, and I'm sorry. I
No, it's
thought it was
okay.
good.
That's my husband's birthday. I cannot go that day. I'm sorry.
He would love to go to these. I mean, that is.
No,
there's
he
no
really
gift
wouldn't.
like that.
Hey, John works for the county, you should take him. So John works for the county, you should take him.
Johnny, my husband is retiring after 35 years, and I'm having his
It's not
party the
good.
following Saturday.
It's not good.
So that's your invitation, by the way,
What was the date?
the 20th.
Okay. I can see if it'll work.
It's a park.
excuse me.
It's a computer.
Okay, so do we need a motion for that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you should
Okay.
probably designate
Johnny,
who
it's a
you will pay.
surprise.
Okay.
And then if you just wanna say
Surprise.
any other interested members of
Okay,
planning.
let's do that. Sean and myself,
Yeah.
Tanya's indisposed, which is understandable, and anybody else that's interested, yeah. Let's
Okay.
make that motion.
Send an email to the planning commission.
I will,
And that'd be
I
fine.
will. I'll check
Is
with
that a
them.
second?
I'll second it. I'll second that.
There's still time for you to,
Okay.
okay. All in favor? Okay. Approved, thank you.
I always get something out, you glean something from that.
Yeah.
I always get
Yeah.
something.
Okay, so this is doing
That
this
just,
on
no, I
anything
don't
here,
think
this
that's
just
fine.
goes back.
This just needs to go back.
Turkey Bird, 1200 Turkey Bird Road.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That takes us to announcements. August 5th, Planning Commission meeting will be 7:30 PM right here. August 11th, the Rec Board meeting is canceled. September 1st, the office will be closed. Labor Day, trash collection will be Wednesday, September 3rd. And September 14th, the chili cook-off will be, as Laura said, 4 PM to 5:30 PM. Snacks and beverages will be provided, including ice cream.
And it's at Glendale.
And it's at Glenwood.
Yeah, I should have put that as a Glendale Church.
I saw we have another church out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Spanish, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
I spoke.
If anybody wants to practice their Spanish, yeah.
Been a while.
Seemed very nice.
Good. Yeah. no,
They're doing a lot of work.
Happy to see it, so.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing some renovation.
Is there, well, I don't know. Is there a dispute or something? I saw, parking signs on the grass.
No, there's not a dispute. There's not a dispute. That's just not their problem.
Oh, no, I know that, but I
No.
don't recall seeing those before, and I was just hoping there wasn't a.
Nah, as far as I know, there's
They
no.
might just be giving them a heads up to
Yeah.
let
Oh,
them
that's
know
good.
from the
Okay.
get-go.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
don't park there, it's not part of the church.
Not part of the church.
Good, good. Happy to see it. That takes us to approval and payment of the bills.
General fund checks 18350 to 18370, in the amount of $10,830.96. There were no expense checks forwarded. Payroll checks 8536 to 8541, in the amount of $4,727.70. Void check 8542. Payroll checks 8543 to 8548, in the amount of $5,724.53. There were no payroll checks voided in the second batch, but in the first one, it was voided during processing.
Enough said.
Enough said.
Okay. Make a motion to approve payment of the bills, was that you?
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
You make the motion?
I'll
Oh,
second.
you're making a motion.
Sean's making the motion, Brad second. All in favor?
Aye.
Bills are approved, be paid. That takes us to the second citizen participation. John, I think you're on first. Yeah, thank you, Daisy.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, John Bingaman. There's a scratch out. Yeah, John. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Just making sure it's myself.
No,
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You already did your brush.
Yep,
thing?
yep,
Okay.
yep.
All right. First off, I would like to congratulate Nancy Sunday on her retirement from the position at Rye Township. I know this has been over 6 years in the making of her trying to retire, so just want to say congratulations to her. Thanks for all she did. So next, I have a question. Is there an official date that the past secretary is no longer an employee of Rye Township? As having two secretaries right now, or two people employed, is costly. Sorry. Is there a date or anything?
There's not a hard date yet, because it's a matter of training and switch over. So that's where Tanya's quite experienced, so.
Okay.
It won't be too long.
Who will be responsible for deciding that date?
The board.
Okay. What are the working hours of the new secretary?
Right now, we have 8 to 4.
That's what we had talked about, yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there a reason not to wait and see if the new township secretary needs a part-time employee for support? Because I know people in the past have said, like, do we really need one? So I'm just wondering, is there a reason to automatically throw somebody in when we already have two secretaries right now?
She's not starting, I don't even know if
Yeah,
they gave a start date.
Yeah, we don't have a start
Start
date.
and not start right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
It's gonna be into August, so.
Yeah, so there's two things, so folks know that the second person is going to be in case there is assistance needed, but there's also, you know, there's vacation and people get sick, so we need to have someone in the pipeline as the backup also, so that's the second.
Is that saying that the backup secretary is gonna be here for the 8 hours for the whole day, then that day, when they're out?
Well, likely so.
Okay, because I don't think Nancy was doing that in the past, so that's fine. All right, and I know I didn't get a summer newsletter mailed out to myself, but I saw in the bills, there was bills paid for it, so were they sent out?
Yes, they
Verify.
were at the
Okay.
post office.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll just verify if my neighbors got one or not, because I know I didn't yet, so,
Yeah.
okay.
Everybody I always ask people when I run into them, and they said they got them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll
Let
check
us-
with them
let
just
us
to make
check-
sure.
Let us
Yep.
know if folks aren't getting it.
Okay,
because
That's
Sounds
how
good.
I found
Yeah.
out about
they're
the,
paying for it.
yeah, I didn't,
Yeah.
I only knew about it because of last month.
Oh my gosh, that's an understatement.
Yeah,
Half.
All right, that's all I had, thank you.
okay. Thank you, John. There's no one else on the list, but does anybody else, public comment? Anything? Phillies? Okay, with that said, make a motion to adjourn the meeting. It is, Tanya, Daisy, it is 7:41.
You can get a second.
Do we have a second? Brad, of course you did. Brad, second. All in favor?
He wants to go watch a
Meeting is
Phillies.
adjourned, yes.